Well, he's got that hammer down and that 47 hound. It's that bus grease monkey on the road. He travels all around and he's coming to your town. Get that bus grease monkey down the road.
We left this hub filled with gasoline all night long, hoping that we would see the gas kind of leak out of wherever if there was a crack or a hole in it, but not a single drop of that gasoline, which is real lightweight oil, should have come through there. So we were expecting to see that, but we did not. Of any seepage, which that's a lot thinner than the oil would have been. I'm still going to go ahead and get a little Magnaflux type, the aerosol can spray test, just to test it, just to confirm. But so far, it passed this test. We were concerned with cracks in it because yesterday when we had it off, when we took the brake drum off, there was oil all around here, wet oil, which it didn't come from around here, and it couldn't come from around the seal. The backside was dry, so it was very unusual to see this. And as you know, I had a video earlier this year where the hub was cracked, like here and here, on multiple ones, because this is what turns. The axle shaft is turning, spinning this end, and this is what spins the wheel. So there's a lot of energy being transferred between here to here as it twists. And we've seen them crack before. So I thought it was very unusual to see wetness all up in here. It was on this part and it was on here. Well, you saw the video. So removing the tag here, I noticed this brake has a clean spot and a dirty spot on it. And then when I look inside the brake drum, you can also see, the video will pick it up here, but it's shiny and dull. Shiny halfway and then dull. So I needed to look into what was going on, where it really looks like only half of that brake is really working well. And come to find out, there's grease on it here that has wiped around, so it's well lubricated there. And then same thing on the top, grease there and no grease there. So this side was lubricated and not, reducing the friction, the surface tension. So now there's oil coming out back there. It's wet, but that's not coming from the seal, which would be the first part. So I'm going to continue. Okay, got the brake linings taken care of. New drum's going to go on. Get ready to put the hub back on, new seal. I'm going to keep an eye on the back of that where that was wet. I think it might just be the wiper that was leaking around the backside, but it never got anywhere, so I think we're going to be okay there. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so when it was wet, it seemed like it was the wettest anywhere where it says web on this from here, from halfway over to halfway over. This would be kind of the middle of where it was wet. So what we're going to do is we've got this ProStar brand. It's a crack detection system. So what you want to do is you want to spray a cleaner on there real well, make sure everything is perfectly clean, and then you spray this penetrant on there and you let that sit. I'll have to read the directions. I'm going to assume it's like 10 to 20 minutes. And then you take this cleaner on a rag, spray it on the rag, wipe the part off. You don't just spray the cleaner directly on there, it'll wash it out of the cracks. But you just wipe it off. And then you grab the developer and you spray the developer lightly on there, not a super heavy coating of it. And then you let that dry for, again, I'll read the directions. I want to say it's probably 10 minutes or so, but that's just from seeing other brands be used. And then that should show us if there is any cracks or anything in there. Kind of like a poor man's version of Magnaflux. I think this set of these 3 cans was only like $40. So we'll see. But read the directions first. clean it. Smells good.
Love a plastic thing.
Yeah. Reminds me of painting days. We're gonna test it out here. It's outside, probably got bad lighting. I just sprayed some cleaner there. We're gonna give it just a test before we try it on a real part and screw it up. Okay, so we got the dye. Oops, sorry. I could have showed that better. I'll let that sit for a few minutes. It might not be 10 minutes out here in the sun, though. What do you think? You want to just give it a little spray? I'll let you do it. A developer there.
Jeez, I wonder where the cracks are.
Yeah. It didn't take very much developer at all to show that. Okay.
This is the penetrant.
Okay, it's been cleaned. We're going to spray the penetrant on it now, which is the red dye. And this particular one is a water-soluble one, correct?
Yes.
Doesn't smell as good as a lacquer thinner. And
We're gonna put it in the bag.
we're gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes. It's been on there about 5 minutes now. I'm gonna wait 10.
All right, that was about 8.5 minutes.
There is a wet spot on the inside that has not gone away, so it does kind of concern me that that might be where the issue is. So we'll find out in just a little bit.
I could like that from day one too.
It could have been. All right, we've been about 10 minutes now, you think? 9.5?
Yep. It's been 10.
You want to try this?
You want me to wipe or?
Or I'll wipe.
I'll stay away from that button.
This isn't exactly a lint-free towel, but I think we're going to be okay. Let's see how much the lint-free thing really makes a difference. Okay, and then just to refresh my memory here, the nasty part on the inside is right here. It's around that bottom. Developer. I wonder if it's that hole right there.
I think it is. I think it's factory defect. I think it's been there maybe forever. I mean, it's certainly seeped a very small amount. It's not cracked like that one you were showing me in a previous video, I don't think.
No. Yeah, I think it's just a
Go
hole.
around some more. Yeah, we didn't get that quite as clean as we might have.
Yeah, I should have let that developer dry a little bit more after I wiped it. Wiped in the crevice down there a little better, but
That's awfully suspect. It's where the wet spot is on the inside.
well, yeah, and we drew an arrow. So that wet spot that was in there was right along that little, what looks like a line-ish right there. So we're going to spray this with some dye. And that corresponds with the hole on the outside.
Perfectly. And the wet spot
Yeah,
that was originally
yeah.
got us here.
That is correct. There's definitely fluid going through that. Now, if it's a crack or it's just a hole, but it's a hole that's in a long line, so I really, although, you know, it's rough casting, it's not smooth. If it was just a hole, it would just be a hole coming out to another hole if it went all the way through. It wouldn't come out in a line like that. There must be some sort of a fracture there.
Well, in my mind, it still could conceivably be
Like a weeping,
well, no, could be a manufacturer's defect in the casting.
yeah.
Because I would fully expect to see whatever crack is on the inside on the outside, and I'm seeing a pinhole, and I can see how some contaminant or a layer of sand that was sand cast, you know, fell in there as the molten was going in or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly no expert at it, but the fact that it's not a crack on the outside leads me to believe.
Way down there. Just a second. Go ahead. There's a ton of fluid in there. There's some kind of a void.
I'm going.
Going?
Yep. He-Man.
That's it. Nice.
Brand new hub.
No, brand new drum.
Thank you. Keep me straight.
I don't see anything but that hole.
There should be something right here.
Yeah, there's not though.